So in terms of what's important on YouTube now, right? If you think about like scale of content,
Mm-hmm.
trending towards infinite with AI, basically like training itself on all of this content and then spitting out even more content. Like the
Mm-hmm.
scale is infinite, so it's like, hey, like the quality of content will
Mm-hmm.
become more important than ever. So it's like, okay,
Okay.
when you mentioned the point on trust, hey, like what
Mm-hmm.
makes someone trust you, right? As a
Mm-hmm.
viewer, why do you trust some of your favorite creators that you really like?
Yeah.
Um, the main important thing is authority, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if if I am just sitting here and I'm spewing nonsense to you, and you're like, oh, who is Brian? Like, what has he done? Like, does he have software? Has he helped anyone grow channels? If I can just
Mm-hmm.
like spew all this knowledge to you and like act like I know what I'm talking about, but really,
Yeah.
if I don't have the credentials and I don't have the authority, then you won't
Mm-hmm.
listen to me, right? So um, if you
Okay.
are an expert in any field, right, and you have had many years of experience in it, right,
Mm-hmm.
that advantage is going to go to you, right, and
Okay. Okay.
that's what we're seeing. If you're a older practitioner, whether you're like a retirement expert, you look like you're 55,
Mm-hmm.
60 plus, right, there's a lot of trust there just because of like how you look. Even how you look is considered to be social proof, right? So
Mm-hmm.
number one, authority will be the most important, and number two, in terms of the content, it's unique insights that will set you apart from everyone else. So
Okay.
what does unique insights mean?
Mm-hmm.
Unique insights is learned experience that only
Mm-hmm.
you have, that other people, it's not possible for other people to tap into. So
Mm-hmm.
a unique insight can come from your story, right? Like a story based teaching or like storytelling is one of those more powerful techniques because storytelling's been around for so long. And if
Yeah.
it's a personal story, that's how the
Mm-hmm.
viewer creates a connection with you, right? And that
Mm-hmm.
also allows you to establish authority, and it allows you to establish differentiation from what everyone else is saying. So having a unique insight, being something from your personal story, whether it be from your childhood or it be from, oh, last week I talked to a client and he told me X, Y, and Z, right? And that's also like a learned experience because only I am able to have that kind of conversation and come up with learnings from that, right? So it's a
Mm-hmm.
combination of these two things. It's your authority. So what is your status? How do people perceive you? What have you done in the industry that sets you apart?
Mm-hmm.
Or, of course, if it's like, for example, faceless content where there's no
Yeah.
face attached to it, you can't have
Mm-hmm.
authority, then you must have a unique insight, right? Whether it's
Okay.
a different perspective on something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you are, looking at a big political news, right? You look at it and you bring a different perspective to the table. That's when there's like, oh, okay, that's something that, hey, I didn't even think about. That is a
Mm-hmm.
unique insight, right? That's saying something different. That's saying something smart. And in terms of the platform, to tie it back to the platform,
Yeah.
of course, right, you could give the platform to anyone, and they could create
Mm-hmm.
this mass AI generated content. But
Yeah.
really, it's like if you give a monkey a machine gun, nothing's gonna end well. But if you give
Mm-hmm.
like a veteran sniper, like who knows what he's doing with his
Okay.
sniper rifle, right? He's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot more effective. So if you give the tool to someone, especially someone with a lot of authority and a lot of unique
Mm-hmm.
insights, then he'll be able to bring all of those together to create a really good persuasive script. And once again,
Oh, nice.
subscriber,
Yeah.
like any AI tool,
Mm-hmm.
it is a tool, right? It's there to help
Yeah.
supplement what you already have, and it's there to help
Mm-hmm.
people who would already be struggling with YouTube
Mm-hmm.
content really get out that content. So hopefully that answers
Right.
that question.
Yes, that actually makes it a lot more clear. Thank you, Brian. And
Yeah.
in your opinion, what do brands normally get wrong when they are deciding if an AI hosted channel is safe to work with?
An AI hosted channel. What do you mean by that?
Yes, well, mostly like, someone that created their channel using AI tools like Subscriber. Do you think they still get something wrong? Because, a lot of creators depend on brand deals.
Yeah.
So do you think maybe brands are still having some misconceptions when it comes to using, as you mentioned, AI as a tool to create the content?
Yeah, I think like what brands really pay for is the reach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and the quality of the audience, right? So it can be a very small audience, but if it's a very high quality targeted audience, then brands are
Mm-hmm.
willing to pay a lot for it, right? Because they're more likely
Yeah.
to attract these people as customers, and they're also looking. Ideally, they are also looking to get high quality, large amounts of reach, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you're a brand, and you're looking to really reach out to a bunch of creators to work with them,
Mm-hmm.
that's really the main thing that you want to look at, right? If
Okay.
it's like maybe the video looks very AI generated, but if the quality of the audience is very good and they are getting a
Mm-hmm.
lot of reach, then that's what you're looking for, right? Maybe you can get a better price for it, if you're like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, like it's AI generated content. But really,
Yeah.
that's what you're looking out for with a lot of these AI generated content. Maybe it can get many views, but it's lower quality.